Ladies and gentlemen, the Dean of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences and his distinguished guests are joined this year by this year's Luther Rice and undergraduate research fellows.
Please be seated. Each spring, faculty nominate an exceptional undergraduate who is evident outstanding scholarship as a distinguished scholar in the college. John Kopriva is one of our distinguished scholars this year. A chemistry major with a minor in exercise science, John is an accomplished scholar with a 3.93 GPA. Most undergraduates know John best as one of the starters on the GW basketball team since his freshman year and team captain for 3 of those years. During his tenure on the team, John played a school record of 128 games. This combination of exceptional scholarship and outstanding athleticism has earned John a place on the Atlantic 10 Commissioners Honor Roll and the honor of National Academic All-American, one of only 7 other GW players to ever receive that honor. In the community, John has been a leader on a team that brought Lemonade Day to Washington, a unique inner-city youth mentoring project that fosters entrepreneurial skills. For this and other service activities, including tutoring general chemistry and participating in Hoops for Troops, John has been given a National Association of Basketball Coaches Good Works Team Award. Next year, as he submits his applications to medical school, John will be teaching chemistry and coaching at Marquette University High School, his alma mater in Milwaukee, as part of their Alumni Service Corps program. John?
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. It is an absolute honor to speak in front of you today in an arena that has been such a big part of my GW experience. I'm so thankful to my family and the large network of people here at GW who have supported me and helped shape these college years. Almost 4 years ago, I boarded a plane in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, departing for Washington, D.C. Like many of us here, I was headed for Colonial inauguration. On the other end of the flight, I knew a coach would pick me up at the airport, but that was about it. I pretty much knew no one else. So what did I do? Well, I did what every other wide-eyed Midwesterner would do. I just said hi to everyone. I'm telling you, I come from a place where that's the norm. I mean, look no further than my father, who seems to even make friends in the everly silent and awkward elevator. To my pleasant surprise, though, one of my first friends at GW came up right behind me and just said, "Hi, I'm Rose." I said, "Hi, Rose. I'm John." And she and I laugh about this now, but how beautiful is that? We were all there. We had no choice but to meet people and let down our guards. For a people person like myself, I loved that awkward but spirited time of CI in the first few weeks of college. Flash forward several years, and we are seniors in college. I'm living in South Hall, and I get to know one of the gentlemen who works in the building, Frank. Every time I see Frank, he greets me with the best hello. Hey, Big John, how's the season going? Or, heard you had a great game the other night. Isn't it just a wonderful day out? I'm telling you, it could have been a midweek, slow-moving, early morning, and Frank still had a spirited and personal hello for me. I have to tell you, my day got better after every greeting from Frank. I started to wonder, why do his heartfelt hellos feel like such a change of pace to my day? Why are they unusually uplifting? I began to realize that over the years I had stopped saying hello. I had fallen trapped to this unspoken custom that we at GW seem to have of not saying hello to acquaintances. Sure, if we see our best friend walking down the street, we'll greet them, say hi. But what about that person from class? What about the person you met out a couple of nights ago? What about the person you've seen on Instagram? That's the awkward one. But you know them, and they know you. But no words are exchanged in passing. Heck, sometimes not even a smile passes between you two. For some reason, it has become more socially acceptable to just walk past than say hello. This is when the chemist in me came out. I set up an experiment. You know, as chemists, we recognize a problem, make a hypothesis, run a test, and analyze the results. I saw the power of hello in my exchanges with Frank. I also saw the lack of these simple exchanges on GW's campus. For these last 2 months or so, I decided to break the sound barrier, let down my guards, and like that wide-eyed Midwesterner showing up to CI, uninhibitedly saying hello to anyone and everyone I've had even the slightest previous encounter with. And let me tell you, the results have been great. Have I found myself, my hand waving up in the air for everyone to see except the person I was waving to? Sure. I looked like an idiot. What has happened way more often than that, though, are wonderfully simple exchanges of the human spirit. You should see the surprise on some people's face, yet the response is almost always appreciative and warm. Many times, my first hello has then given the other person confidence to say hello the next time. And every time we pass, it's a smile and hello all the time. One of my favorite experiences came when a hello initiated a beautiful conversation with someone of whom I totally had the wrong negative first impression. Now, these simple exchanges are great and energizing for me, but there is a deeper meaning. The world is one big group project, whether we like it or not. Communication is crucial. We can all look to our undergraduate experiences to already see this. For me, playing for GW basketball, a team sport, communication was one of the biggest keys to our success. In chemistry and many of the sciences, principal investigators no longer work alone. Rather, bigger and bigger grants are given when more and more investigators from different fields come together to address larger scale issues. Isn't this wonderful, though? If we want to tackle some of the biggest issues facing us, we are going to have to work together. Looking even closer to home, our GW community and colleges across the country have been scarred by mental illness. The scientist in me and in all of us here knows that this is not just a sadness or a discomfort, but rather a chemical imbalance that is all too real, a suffering that can burden an individual. Now, universities like GW must continue to address this issue and provide more resources, but we know that the responsibility is on all of us to look out for those that may be struggling, to start that dialogue. A simple hello and exchange of the human spirit may help lift an individual you did not even know was struggling. Now, I'm not saying that hello will solve all these issues, but ridding ourselves of the social stigma associated with it is a start. Let's look up from our phones. Let's start the conversation. Let's remove our headphones and break down the sound barrier that seems to stand between too many of us. It's a social world we live in. Never discredit the power of the human spirit, especially when we share that spirit with those around us. As we go forward today and tomorrow, graduation may seem like a time for goodbye. Class of 2015, I challenge you to say hello. Thank you.
To close our program, members of the university singers who are graduating this year will lead us in the singing of the alma mater, the words and music of which you will find on the back page of your program. Immediately after, this year's Columbian College Distinguished Scholar, John Kopriva, will come forward and accept the school pennant from Dean Vincent. Following this symbolic act, signifying the conveyance of knowledge from one generation to the next, Mr. Kopriva will lead the platform party and the faculty from the arena. We will appreciate your kindness in remaining in your places until the conclusion of the program and the Dean's party, the faculty, and the graduates have left the arena. Would you now please rise?